welcome back to T-Boys TV. I hope you're well. I'm well. Apologies that I was pretty late. I had some things that I needed to sort out, and I just realised my laptop is literally about to die. But I'm here now. Big up everyone that's been in the chat. I've seen that a lot of you have been in the chat already. I really do appreciate that. It means more than you lot think. But yeah, obviously we're here. We're here to talk about the Premier League, you know what I'm saying, like we usually do. Episode 15. Obviously madness has come through, you know, loads of games not being played and cancelled, and so certain games are still currently going to be played. But yeah, obviously we'll get into that. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments before we talk about the games that have just been played this midweek. Big up Daniel. He says, yo, my brother, first person to the video. Appreciate everyone that's been in the chat. Wait, even this time, as I said, sorry that I took this long. Just had a few things I needed to sort out. And yes, people, that is a fat spot on my nose. It is so annoying. I can literally see it in the corner of my eye as well. But it's one of those. Cop says, I've been waiting since 6. Appreciate that, mate. I hope you're well as well, because obviously I know you had COVID. So yeah, I hope you're well there. But yeah, other than that, it's just you look talking to each other, which is pretty sick. Yes, Tyler. Big up yourself, Cop. Morecambe fan says, bit late, Tyler. Yeah, well, I already addressed that. But yeah, obviously, we're going to talk about the games that were just played this week. So obviously, yeah, let's get into it. So let me just get it up. There it is. Right, so obviously this game got postponed, Brentford versus Man United. So obviously we'll go past that. Next one, Norwich took on Villa. Now obviously Dean Smith up against his old club as a manager. You know, I thought Norwich were going to get something out of this game. I don't know why I thought that, because them guys, yeah, they cannot finish. They cannot finish to save their life. Like, they're a bit like Wolves at the start of the season, where Wolves just couldn't finish. But well, I say that's because they had Adama Traore as their main attacking player back then. Now you look at it with Jimenez and Hwang, it's working. So yeah, but obviously scores for this, I said 2-1 Norwich. Brad said 1-0 Villa. Alex said 3-1 Villa. Max said 3-1 Villa. Well done, Liam. He said 2-0 Villa. Lewis, as in Perry, he said 3-1 Villa. Kenny said 1-0 Norwich. Wolf and Velv said 2-0 Villa. James said 4-0 Villa. Chris said 2-0 Villa. Cop obviously didn't do him. Niall said 2-1 Norwich. And Daniel said 2-0 Villa. And Lewis, who is obviously new to this, started last week. Well, started this midweek, sorry. He said 2-1 Villa. So, yeah, I was just a bit surprised, you know what I mean? Like, I just expected a lot more. You know, they're all Dean Smith's signings as well. I just expected them to, you know, really go for it. And they were poor. They were poor. Villa were all over them. Obviously, Ramsey. Now, I started to know about this guy ever since Barrow in the League Cup, when he scored a lot of goals. You know, he was brilliant that game. You know, made a great 1-2 and then a great run. And it was a great finish as well into the top left corner. Ran from like the halfway line. Great goal. And then later on in the game, Watkins gets a goal. It was too easy. It was too simple. Just played across to him. But Norwich was just poor. They were just poor. Villa were just all over him. Honestly, all over him. So yeah, but we'll move on from that game. Next game. I did watch this game instead. Like when they were on at the same time, obviously. Manchester City 7, Leeds 0. Now, I'll go through the scores before I actually talk about the game. So I said 3-0 Man City. It was already that in the first half. Brad said 5-1 Man City. Alex said 4-0. No one said 7-0. Max said 2-1 City. Liam said 2-1 City. Perry said 3-0 City. Kenny said 3-1 City. Wolf and Velv said 3-1 City. James said 2-0 City. Chris said 3-1 City. Cop obviously didn't do him. Niall said 3-0 City. No, not everyone said City win, sorry. Daniel said 1-1 draw. And Lewis said 3-1 City. Now, Leeds, yeah, they're in the mud. In my opinion, I think they're going to go down. I think it's second season syndrome. I think also the way they play is just, it's too obvious now. Do you know what I mean? And they play, the way they play as well, they leave themselves open. And it's easier for teams to get in there and exploit them. So, yeah, for me, I think Leeds are going down. And, yeah, they were poor in this game. My personal opinion, I also don't rate Bielsa high. I never did. I think he's just overrated. And it must feel so awkward for the players. I feel in a way because obviously, he's got a translator and that. He probably has a little conversation with them, but it's probably just not the same. The translator's probably saying more to the players, and I feel you need that bond. And I don't know. I know Leeds fans love him. Well, I'm not sure about now, but obviously when he took him up to the Premier League, they were saying have a statue of him, all this. He's done good things for Leeds, but for me, he's not. When people try to big him up, I'm not on that train. But seriously, I'm not on that train. I just don't see what's good about him. I think, yeah, can I swear on this channel, mate? You can say whatever. Well, obviously, don't say something that will get the channel cancelled, but yeah, you can swear. But yeah, for me, as I was saying, I just don't think he's good enough. Well, not good enough. I just don't see the hype. I'm not on that train, honestly. As I said, I think the only thing he's good at is when he's crouching down. Because fair play to him for doing that for that long, like squatting like that. I don't think I'll be able to do that. But other than that, nah, mate. Nah, not for me. But yeah, I'm going to read some comments. Chris says, better description would be Leeds defence. Oh my God. More open than Gemma Collins. I didn't even read this bit. Evening, mate. Are there going to be any games to predict? Well, as it stands, yeah, there is. I've actually got Sky Sports on in the background just in case. So yeah, don't know where I got 1-1 from. Yeah, I was very surprised when you did say 1-1. I'm not going to lie, Daniel. Chris, yeah, read that bit. Kenny says, Bielsa is a good manager, but he's massively overrated. He's definitely overrated. Doubt he's even top 10 managers in the league. Yeah, for me, he's not. Oh, yeah, I read that. Because this... yeah, it was a bit of a joke. Well, not a bit, it was a joke. Of course. We need to gel as a team, but this was a fucking disgrace. Our defence is weaker than someone with MS. Jesus, that's brutal. But yeah, obviously, a lot of the City goals, Leeds were just too open, and it was just too easy in them for City to make the passes. Foden getting a goal, Grealish getting a goal, good header that was. Who else? De Bruyne, what a goal that was. I'm just trying to get it up of all the goal scorers, and it just doesn't seem to. Yeah, so De Bruyne got 2, Mahrez got 1, Stones got 1. On the Stones one, I thought the keeper was very unlucky. Melia. Now, I do rate him. He's a very good young goalkeeper. He got very unlucky. Why is no one pushing out? For me, I think it was Ayling on that goal. What are you doing, mate? I don't understand. But, yeah, they did get absolutely embarrassed. And fair play to the Leeds fans, even if they were just joking around, chanting, at least they're still there, doing that. Fair play, to be honest with you. Daniel says, I was smoking some Zoot. Morgan fan, Bielsa is top. Yeah, you're taking this. I've eaten so much today. Feel dead. Well done. Daniel says, KDB coming back strong. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, we'll move on from that game. You know what I mean? Next game, Daniel actually went to this, obviously Wolves fan. I'll go through the scores before I talk about the game. So scores were, I went with a 1-1 draw. I thought it'd be a draw, mate. I thought, Brighton have back to life, back to reality. You know what I mean? took on Wolves, who have been off the radar this season. I say this in every episode I do because it's just facts. You know what I mean? No one really knew how they were going to come into this season, and they're doing well. They're doing well. Like, as it stands, they're fighting for a European place. You know what I mean? But yeah, scores before I talk about that more. I said 1-1. Brad said 0-0. Alex said 0-0. Max said 1-1. Liam said 2-1 Brighton. Perry said 1-1 draw. Kenny said 1-0 Brighton. Wolf and Velv 1-0 Wolves. James said 1-0 Brighton. Chris said 1-0 Wolves. Cop obviously didn't do him. Niall said 1-1. Daniel said 2-1 Wolves. And Lewis said 2-2 draw. So a lot of draws. And rightly, like, obviously going into it, rightly so. Because that's what I said. But, you know, Brighton are like a decent team at home. Obviously, they beat Man City a few times at home. Got a draw against Liverpool, even though that Salah goal was never offside. But, you know, they've got some good results at home. I thought under the lights, the atmosphere would be proper on job. But, yeah, it was obviously 1-0 to Wolves. Brighton were not great. Graham Potter, that's his name, isn't it? The Brighton manager. He come out after the game and said they didn't deserve anything. Like, he's being real. Like, the Wolves goal was great. What a ball over by Neves, I believe it was. Over to Saiss. Brilliant finish into the bottom left corner. You know, Saiss had another chance. You know, Wolves hit the crossbar. So yeah, Wolves definitely deserves a win. And yeah, you know, another thing about Wolves, they're not really conceding a lot either, which is obviously a good sign for them. Obviously, they got some good players, like good centre backs and that. But yeah, like even when they lost to Liverpool, they weren't actually bad at all. Obviously, that was a late Origi goal. City, they lost 1-0, but you know, we all know that game should have been a draw. So, yeah, they can hold their head up high. Obviously, they've got 3 points here as well, which is nice away from home. So yeah, but I'm going to read some comments before we move on. Leeds United FC TV says, we need to sort this shit out seriously, as the analysis from the guys on Match of the Day was horrific, and I hope and swear to fucking, if we don't perform versus Arsenal, we might be needing some developments again. Possibly. Yeah, that's true. Wolves. Cop says, Daniel support Wolves. Yeah, Cop. yeah, that's facts, Cop. They were good against us. Leeds will easily recover. Or Leeds will, easily recover once players come back. I mean, you saw glimpses of it, didn't you, against Brentford when Bamford was back. Obviously, he was in the right place at the right time to get that crucial point for them. But, yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. It's just for me, it's their playing style. It's too... They leave themselves too open, like I said earlier. I don't know. I really don't know. And also the manager thing, I don't know. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which was Crystal Palace took on Southampton. Now, obviously, Palace got a very good win on the Sunday against Everton under the lights at Selhurst Park. Back-to-back home games under the lights. This time taking on a Southampton team who I don't think have been that bad. You know, people are saying, oh, rare, they haven't been great. I think they've been all right. You know what I mean? Especially when you look at it, the players they've actually got rid of. Danny Ings, who's obviously key to them. Vestergaard, who was their best centre-back. You know, they still kept in the likes of Ward-Prowse. They got a good manager. They brung in Armstrong, who is a very similar player to Danny Ings for me. You know, like they've done all right this season, and obviously I think this is a good point away from home for them. But scores, I said 2-1 Palace. I thought they would, you know, get another win, but I thought it'd be a very close game, and obviously it was a close game, but no winner. Brad said 2-1 Southampton. Alex said 3-0 Palace. Max said 2-0 Palace. Liam said 2-1 Palace. Perry said 2-1 Palace. Kenny said 1-1 draw, so obviously he got a point. Wolf and Velv said 2-1 Southampton. James said 2-0 Palace. Chris said 2-0 Palace. Cop obviously didn't do him. Niall said 2-0 Palace. Daniel said 1-1 draw, so he got a point. And Lewis said 2-0 Palace. Now, for me, in this game, obviously Palace, I think they had a very good start. Obviously, a goal from Zaha in the second minute. Great goal. His first goal for a while. That was a good finish. A good bit of skill as well. So that was in the second minute. And then Southampton get a free kick. Now, what a goal by Ward-Prowse, mate. What a goal. Like, how does this guy not get called up for the England team? I don't understand. Like, you look at our set-piece takers for England. Who we really got. You know what I mean? He can bring that. He's got experience. He's a leader. Why is he not in this team? Why does he not get picked? Like, I remember that time he got picked only for a replacement. What? It's like one of the best midfielders England have. Like, in the position he is. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you got, as you see, CDMs, you got Phillips. Even though I don't rate Phillips highly. Henderson, Rice, but Ward-Prowse tends to play a bit higher, doesn't he? So I don't know why he's not in the England team, if I'm being totally honest. But great free kick that was. But yeah, and then they get another goal. Broja, I think I said his name right. He had a great game. He was trying to cause threats up until he come off. It was a great finish into the bottom left corner, outside the box. So yeah, Southampton go 2-1 up. A very good first half to watch as a neutral. And then Ayew gets the goal. Now, I think Ayew's been exceptional the past few weeks. And, they were talking about potential handball, I believe it was. Like, for me, that's a bit harsh if that was given. But Ayew, gets on the rebound, finishes it. And yeah, it ends 2-2. When you actually look at how the game went, yeah, I'd say it deserved to be a draw. So yeah, and also I found out Palace have not won back-to-back at home or something like that for years. So, it was one of them. But yeah, we're gonna read some comments here. Jimenez, suspended, win for Wolves. I nearly said 2-2. You didn't. Yeah, we don't need him. Joking. Yeah, I wouldn't say that. You definitely do need him. I said 1-1. I mean, you still got a point. A lot of us said a winner, other than you and Daniel. So, cry, Kenny. That free kick, yeah, that free kick was great. Right, keeper's still got a touch, but you can't save them ones. The way it dipped into the left side, that was just nasty. Cry, Ted United fans. But yeah, we'll move on to the next game, which was big up Lewis. He says Sue. Oh yeah, which was postponed. Yeah. Next game, which I watched the whole of this game as well. Kenny says, Tyler, I'm doing shit. I need all the 3 pointers I can get. I mean, you didn't have a great week this week, but neither did I. A lot of people did and didn't. It was pretty mixed this week, but obviously we'll go through the points in a bit. That's why I'm mad. But yeah, obviously this game at the Emirates, Arsenal beating West Ham 2-0. Now, I said an Arsenal win. I thought it'd be a lot more goals. They tend to have a lot of goals when these lot play. Arsenal have a good record against West Ham at the Emirates. West Ham have only won twice there, so that's why I had that feeling. Arsenal haven't been too bad. Yeah, people can sit there and go, oh, if they're really played, they're beating what's in front of them. The only thing I do say to that is when they get carried away and when they're like, oh, yeah, we're sick now because we beat so-and-so. Like, yeah, as I said, you beat who's in front of you, but, like, don't act like they're a Man City, a Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's my thoughts on it. Like, good wins, but don't get too carried away. You know what I mean? That's my thoughts on it. But, yeah, as I said, West Ham only beat them twice. Or I have only beaten twice at the Emirates, shall I say. But, yeah, this game was a good game. It was a good game, but I'll go through the points before I talk about the game. So I said 3-2, like I said. Brad said 2-1 Arsenal. Alex said 2-1 Arsenal. Max said 2-2 draw. Liam said 2-1 West Ham. Perry said 2-2 draw. Kenny said 2-0 West Ham. Wrong way round, mate. Wolf and Velv 2-1 West Ham. James 2-1 Arsenal. Chris 2-1 West Ham. Cop obviously didn't do it. Niall 3-1 West Ham. Daniel 1-1 draw. And Lewis 2-2 draw. Now, the actual game, for me, Arsenal were brilliant. I can't even lie. Like, they were brilliant in that first half. I think Saka had a very good game. He was just causing threats on that right-hand side in both halves, especially a lot in that first half. Obviously, it was 0-0, but I think Arsenal were great. I really do. I think Ramsdale made some great saves yet again. That's really what got saved in the first half, because obviously there's no goals. But going into the second half, obviously Martinelli got a goal. Now, I rate Martinelli. I really do. I think he's a very good talent. It was a great finish, into the bottom right. Fabianski did get a touch, but it wasn't enough. But it was a great finish. I don't think no one's really saving it when it's that precise. And then they get a penalty, Arsenal. Now, that was not a penalty. I can't believe that. Anthony Taylor, Mike Dean, bald referees that are both twats. You know what I mean? Like, how are they still in this league? They're both so corrupt. I don't believe it. I actually don't believe how that was a penalty. I was fuming with that. You'd have thought I was a West Ham fan. I was fuming with how that was given as a penalty. Koufal's won the ball. He's won the ball. Lacazette fell over him after. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. He missed it anyway. What a save by Fabianski that was. And I believe Arsenal have had 3 penalties this season and they've not scored any of them, which is pretty mad. But yeah, great save by Fabianski. I think he had a really good game for West Ham. He made some great saves. I think Dawson also had a good game. But yeah, the red card, like second yellow, that was stupid. That was stupid. Not a penalty for me. But yeah, obviously the 10 men did not help West Ham at all. And especially it being at the Emirates, crowd behind. Like, the West Ham fans made great noise, but obviously it's at the Emirates, so there's going to be more noise from the Arsenal fans. Smith Rowe comes on, gets a goal. Great run. Great finish. But yeah, the 10 men didn't help. But yeah, West Ham had a few chances, but Arsenal did play well as well, I have to admit. But yeah, the only thing I will say that I didn't agree with from this game was the penalty at all. And to give him a second yellow for that is beyond me. I just don't get some of the VAR stuff as well. Like, I get people who are on the screens helping them out and that from Stockley Park or wherever it is, but the referees are the ones actually on the pitch. So when there's an incident where it's going to take a couple of minutes or seconds or whatever to actually decide, why are the refs not going to the screen? I don't understand it. For me, they should be going to the screen for everything. If it's a long decision like that, a long, hard decision, they're the ones on the pitch. The consistency is just ridiculous, honestly. But yeah, they get the 2-0 win. And yeah, they did deserve it. They just didn't deserve that penalty, but they missed it. So yeah. But we'll move on to the next game, which was postponed. Yeah, what a place to go next. Daniel says never a pen. Yeah, no, absolutely, mate. But yeah, next game at Stamford Bridge. Now, Daniel actually got this game right. Was it Daniel? I think it was you, mate, that got this game right. No, it wasn't you, sorry. It was Alex. He actually got this game spot on, 1-1 between Chelsea and Everton's under 23s. All right, seriously, I'll go through the scores before I talk about the game. I said 4-0 Chelsea. I thought the form Everton are on I know they got that win against Arsenal, but other than that, they've just been poor. It's been looking negative there. Majority of their fans saying Rafa out. It's been crazy over there. It really has. Obviously, a heavy defeat in Merseyside derby to Liverpool, heavy defeat to Watford. It's been a lot of things for them. It's just not looking great over there. Lost to Brentford, which made their fans, swear at the players, and that is crazy. But yeah, I said 4-0 Chelsea. Brad said 2-0 Chelsea. Alex said 1-1 draw. Max said 3-0 Chelsea. Liam said 2-1 Chelsea. Perry said 3-0 Chelsea. Kenny said 2-0 Chelsea. Wolf and Vel said 0-0 draw. They got a point. James said 3-1 Chelsea. Chris said 3-1 Chelsea. Cop obviously didn't do him. Niall said 2-1 Chelsea. Daniel said 3-0 Chelsea. And Lewis said 3-0 Chelsea. Now, the actual game, I have to admit, obviously, I'm not a big fan of him. Pickford, he made some great saves in this game. He really did. Mount had a chance. Great save with his foot by Pickford. There was a deflected shot. It was a great save again. Pickford had a really good game. I'm not even going to lie. But for me, the way he keeps playing, he's got to be number one for England. But probably not, because Gareth Southgate has his favourites. You know what I mean? So, and Pickford's one of them. But anyway, the actual game, obviously 0-0 in the first half. Second half, Chelsea get a goal. Good play. Mount again. He's scored in his last 4 or 5 games, I'm pretty sure. It was a good finish by Mason Mount. Chelsea fans were loving it. But yeah, this Everton team, I don't even know half the players. Brathwaite gets a goal. A young player. I believe he's Everton's youngest player to score in the Prem or something like that. It was a great header. And yeah, what a result for Everton in the end. And it's going to be interesting now to see what their fans are feeling. I know Chelsea have had a dip in form, but, was their fans really expecting to go to Stamford Bridge and get a result? I don't know, especially when you just saw that lineup as well. It was a bit, obviously, it was a bit mad. With certain players, Iwobi, Sims was starting. I don't even know who that is. The only Sims I know is the people from the game. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, it was very interesting. They had someone out called Kenny. I'm not sure if it's Kenny on these streams or what. Seriously, I don't know what was going on there. But yeah, what a result that is for them. And Chelsea dropped more points in this race. Now, what did I say to you lot? I said Chelsea, for me, they'll be in and around the race, but they won't actually win it. And this is exactly why. Also, how long, what are their strikers doing? What are their strikers doing? Tell me. All the people they tend to put up front. Pulisic was up front. He had an unlucky chance where he done a flick and that. I rate him, but, mate, Reece James missed a good chance. I said it. How long are their fullbacks going to keep scoring goals for them for? And their squad depth is still not as good as Liverpool's and City's. I've been saying it for ages. I said they'll finish third. And what are we saying now? I know there's still, we're halfway through the season basically, but for me, they've bottled it now. They have bottled it. Seriously, the way Liverpool and City are playing, Chelsea have bottled it, mate. In my opinion, Chelsea are done in this title race. And yeah, but that's my opinion of that. But yeah, we'll move on to the last game. We'll talk about it briefly because obviously I've done a match reaction and that. Just something to let you lot know. Done a poll on Instagram earlier saying about when I do watch-alongs, do you want me to or do you think I should just leave match reactions and player ratings and then just talk about it on the watch-alongs basically, unless I obviously don't do a watch-along. I then discuss it a day after or whatever. So yeah, let me know what you lot think on that. Well, it's on a poll, so just do an answer if you haven't already. Appreciate everyone that has. But yeah, we'll touch briefly on this game. But before we do that, I'm going to read some comments by Morecambe fan. He says, I think United will overtake Chelsea. Potentially. Obviously, United, Ragnick's come in. They've got wins, haven't been convincing, but they've got the 3 points at the end of the day, and that can really help them. And Chelsea are dropping a lot of points. They're getting a lot of draws recently, so potentially, United will go on a winning run, in my opinion. Fair enough, we'll wait and see. But yeah, obviously this game, Newcastle fans and neutrals, pretty much everyone was expecting a Liverpool slapping, and it ended up being a slapping. But at first, it was not good. Like, I thought we had a good start. I really did. Like, their keeper made some great saves yesterday. Like, there's one he caught in midair. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. Saved Salah shot, a Jota shot, a Mane shot. He done brilliant. Like, and the way he was stretching out to him was brilliant. But obviously, I've done a stream to it. My first watch along by myself for over a month, and it, like, as in Liverpool or Luton or whoever, and it was pretty weird. It was pretty weird. Obviously, I've got a new setup and that, so it was sick to show that, and you guys able to see that. But yeah, the actual game, like, obviously, I was bigging up Shelby, how I think his passing is excellent. I just think it's everything else that ruins his game a little bit. Like the way he sometimes does silly fouls and stuff like that. And then he scores an absolute screamer, mate. Absolute screamer. At first, I thought it took a deflection, but it didn't. No deflection at all. And then obviously, we start going at him again. Both our goals in the first half, obviously rebounds, but doing what we had to do. Jota with a header. Now he is deadly with his head. Good save by the keeper originally. Then it went back out to him. You can't really miss that when the keeper's down like he was. Great finish by Jota. Hopefully he's going to be full of a bit of confidence now, because Wolves, he was not great at all. Like the chance where their keeper come running out, you had Cody and the other player in the middle of the goal. All you had to do is go left or right, and you went straight down the middle. You also had a header earlier before in that game. You put it wide. He should be putting that on target. Even Villa, he wasn't great. He had a shot and it went way over. It wasn't great. So hopefully now he's going to be full of confidence, and hopefully he's going to be like when we first signed him, and at the start of this season where he gets some goals. But yeah, obviously Salah getting another goal as well. Rebound again. We're being on it. We're on it. Just in case, we're pouncing on it, just in case it doesn't work. And yeah, that's what you want to see. And yeah, so yeah, we go 2-1 up. We come back, and then we go 2-1 up in the game. But what I will mention before I go on to the second half, Thiago was poor in that first half. But I'm not going to rip into him, like I said, on the match reaction and everything like that, because he's had a very good season. The goal against Flecko? Porto? Who was it? It was Porto, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was Porto. He's done well this season. He's done well. But yeah, this game obviously gave away the first goal. Horrific, which led to them obviously on the counter attack. Then they played it across. Even I think it was Robertson who was like, "What are you doing?" Even before the actual goal, when he passed it just straight to them. Like, there was loads of their players around that bit. I don't know why he done that. Shot by Shelby, obviously goal. And then even later on in that first half, he nearly gave away another goal. Maximum one-on-one with Alisson. Great save by Alisson. The amount of times you've seen Alisson do great saves is just unreal. Obviously, one of them led to us winning 3 trophies, the group stage game against Napoli. But yeah, moving on to the second half, Thiago was better. But yeah, obviously we get the late goal with Trent, absolute rocket, 2 rocket goals in that game, Shelby and Trent. Keeper got touched, but it's one of them where you ain't saving that. It's too good, you ain't saving that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, we get the 3-1 win, and in the end, we looked really good. And yeah, let's just keep this going. You know what I mean? We need to, because City keep winning as well. But yeah, we'll go on to the table later. But we'll go on to the table in a minute. But obviously that's another win for Liverpool, and I really believe if AFCON doesn't go ahead, I believe we're winning this title. I really do. I think, it's very similar to when we actually won the league, in the way we're like, look at the Wolves and Villa game, for example, the way we're just fighting until the end. The way we're digging deep, the way, as I said, we're pouncing on goals just in case they don't work. The way we're playing football as well, it's just exceptional. And yeah, I really believe if the AFCON does not go ahead, because obviously our biggest, like our best players are obviously Salah, Mane, when it comes to the attacking side of things. So yeah, they're going to be huge, especially Salah with what he's doing this season. Do you know what I mean? He just gets better and better season after season. So obviously that's going to be a big miss. I know City have Mahrez, but most of their other players, like De Bruyne, De Bruyne, Foden, Grealish, like obviously we've got class players as well, but City's is literally everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Whereas we're gonna have to, like, Salah compared to Minamino. Like, I rate Minamino, but come on. Do you know what I mean? Like, whereas City's replacement for Mahrez could be Jesus. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's what I've got to say. But yeah, that is the end of reviewing the games. Time to look at the Premier League table. So yeah, let me just get that up. And then obviously we'll do a team of the week, and then we will predict the upcoming weekend games. There's obviously only 5 this weekend. So yeah, I've got the table up. So let me just get that up for you lot. See, that is the table right now. So City are top still by a point. Liverpool a point behind. Chelsea have dropped a lot of points here. They're on 37. Arsenal now in the top 4. West Ham 5th. Manchester United 6th. Tottenham 7th. Wolves 8th. Leicester 9th. Villa 10th. Palace 11th. Brentford 12th. Brighton 13th. Everton 14th, Southampton 15th, Leeds 16th, Watford 17th, and the teams are still in the relegation battle are Burnley on 11 points, Newcastle on 10, and Norwich on 10 as well. So yeah, that is what the table is looking like at this current moment in time. So yeah, but we're going to move on to a team of the week. For the midweek just gone. Now, goalkeepers. I think, there's a lot of keepers that done well, but they were on the losing side. Fabianski, Dubravna for Newcastle. There was a lot of good goalkeepers in this midweek just gone. But yeah, for me, goalkeepers, I think Alisson's definitely in for a shout. That save he done was exceptional, because at that time, we could have been losing. I believe it was at that time in the game. Anyone else got any shouts? Mate, I might have Pickford. You got to draw away at Stamford Bridge. I have to be real. Who really expected that? Obviously, I know Alex said 1-1, but rare. Like, no one would have really went for that. Yeah, for me, it's out of Alisson, Pickford, because they're on the winning. Ramsdale's in for a shout. So, who would I go for? Nah, he was all right, but I think these were levels this week. I'll be real. So Alisson, Pickford, or Ramsdale. For me, I might have to go for Pickford. I'll be real, because it's rare he's going to get in my team of the weeks. You know what I mean? It's rare that I'm going to be bigging him up. So I'm going to go Pickford. Let me know what you lot are going for. Yeah, because you got to think Stamford Bridge as well. Who really expected that? Not a lot of people would have. So I'm going with Pickford. Let me know if you lot agree. As I said, it's rare that this guy's going to be in that team. So yeah, big up Ravi. He says, yo, yeah, Pickford is going in. I'm not even going to lie. Pickford is going in. One of my team of the weeks. Yeah, Daniel goes with Pickford as well. Right back, Trent. It's got to be Trent, I feel. Like, who else was there really? Tomiyasu was good as well. Again, for Arsenal, I think. Reece James definitely wasn't good for Chelsea. Trying to think who else. I'd probably go Trent. I'll go Trent. I'm not even trying to be biased. Like, that goal was great. People were saying, obviously, got a man and match on BT and that. Obviously, I gave it to Canate. And yeah, that's another shout when we move on to centre backs. But yeah, I'm going to go for Trent. I'm going to go for Trent. That was a great goal. And even that tackle, I didn't even mention that on here. Obviously, I did on Match Reaction, but that tackle as well. There was nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. That was a great tackle. And the people that say Trent can't defend, what are you telling me now? What are you telling me now? Do you know what I mean? Like, Trent's proved it consistently this season anyway, that he can defend. Like that one against Atletico Madrid away, where he cleared it and it went out for a corner. You know, that sliding tackle. Mate, let's come on, let's be real here, Trent. But Ravi says, I think it'll be best if we call off Liverpool Spurs game with these cases going around. I'm not sure if it's safe. Yeah, I do think it will get called off. I'm not going to lie, but I'm just obviously going to do the predictions for the games that are on just in case. But yeah, we're going with Trent right back for team of the week. I think we have to. Honestly, I think we have to, boys and girls. I think we have to. Let me know if you lot agree. While I try and think of a left back. I thought Tierney was decent. So Tierney was decent. Saisi was on the left side of the defence, so he could potentially. Or centre back. Yeah, actually, I've got my centre back sorted. Let me know if you lot agree. So I've got Saiss and Canate. That is my centre back partnership. Yeah, left back. Who are we going for left back? Don't want Trent or another person in our squad getting ill. That'll screw us hard. Yeah, true. I think Canate had a great game. You know, for me, fans are not talking about his game. Like, there is obviously ones that are, but certain people are just not talking about how good he really was. And you got to think there might have been a bit of pressure on him due to him taking over Van Dijk's spot in that team yesterday. You know, at Anfield, under the lights, must-win game. Let's be serious. Should win game. You know, there could have been a bit of pressure on him, but he looked exceptional, mate. He had every single Newcastle player in their back pocket that was playing up front or on the wings. Callum Wilson, Maximum, that other one, whoever it was, Hayden, I think that was him. Like, he had them all, mate. He had them all. But Robertson's in for left back shout. Yeah, I'll go with him. I can't really think of anyone else. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Robertson wasn't bad. So yeah, we'll go Robertson there. CM will act like this is a CDM. Or we can just go 3 attacking ones, you know what I mean? It is team of the week. So yeah, let me try to think. It's definitely not Thiago. Let's be serious. I wouldn't say Smith Rowe. I know he got that goal, but you know, you can't just give it. He literally come on, didn't he? So Ward-Prowse, he's definitely up there for me as one of them. City, De Bruyne, he's in for a shout. So there's 2. Ward-Prowse, De Bruyne. Ward-Prowse, De Bruyne. Ramsey, if he's is he a midfielder? Yeah. We agree with that. We agree with that, people. Ramsey, De Bruyne, and Ward-Prowse. Yep, there you go. KDB, Ramsey. Yep, So I'm going to put Ward-Prowse, Ramsey or Foden. Yeah, Foden's in for a shout. Mine personally, I'm going to go Ramsey, De Bruyne. Yeah, we agree with that. Yeah, cool. Yeah, that's my one personally. There's a lot of shouts. Like Foden is definitely another shout. Oh, what have I done here? Why have I spelled his name wrong? What's going on? Let me put James Ward-Prowse. Oh, are you kidding me? But it worked with just a W. Okay. And then who did I say? Sorry. Oh yeah, De Bruyne. There he is. Boom. Right. There we go. Right wing. I think Salah had a great game until we come off. Like, I'm not going to lie, it's just causing threats. Is there anyone else? Saka, he was great. He was peppering West Ham. On that right-hand side. Ayew as well. He's in for a shout. Obviously, he got a goal. So yeah, they're the ones I can seem to think of at this moment in time. City, who was on the right for City? Mahrez, was it? Yeah, Mahrez. Cool, you got a lot. Daniel's already put his in. Salah, Jota, and Saka. I'm gonna go Saka on the right. I'll be real. Salah, love you, mate. Love Salah, but I'm gonna have to go Saka, mate. He was brilliant in that West Ham game. The way he was just putting pressure on him continuously, like on that right hand side, he was nasty, mate, in both halves. Left wing, Grealish is in for a shout. Mane didn't have a great game. I'll be real. Watkins, Grealish on the left. Yeah, I'm thinking Grealish. He was good. I'm just trying to think. Zaha, he got a goal as well. Put Saka on the left. Now I'm putting Saka on the right because that's where he actually was. Watkins, obviously, when we go to up front. For me, it's out of Zaha or Grealish. I'm probably going to go Grealish. Yeah, I'm going to go Grealish on the left. Grealish. Then up top. Now, what position was the Palace player? No, Southampton player. What position was he? Was he up top? Yeah, Broja. I think he's in for a shout. I think he had a great game, to be honest. The goal was great. I think he had a great game until he come off. I know Jota was in for shouts earlier. Obviously he got a goal on that. He didn't really do anything bad. But mate, I might have to go with Broja. I'm thinking Broja, mate. Watkins, Broja, or Jota. My personal opinion, I'm actually going to go with Broja, mate. I think he was class. I'm just trying to look who else. Watkins, yeah, or Jota. Yeah, it's got to be one of them, hasn't it? I'm going to go Broja. I'm going to go Broja. Personally, mate, honestly, I think he was class. But yeah, that is the team of the week. So yeah, I think that's fair enough. That's a good team. I'm going to make a picture of that. It's rare that Pickford's going to get in. So yeah, we'll go through the team again. Obviously, I know you lot can see it, but we'll just go through it again. So we've got Pickford in goal. I'll tell you something, that's going to be rare that he's going to be in the team of the week. Trent right back, obviously that goal. And, he didn't put a foot wrong. Kanate, he was a beast. As I said, I've had every single Newcastle attacker in his back pocket. Saïss, obviously, goal for Wolves. He could have got another one, and they got a clean sheet as well. Robertson, left back. Left backs couldn't really think of anyone, and Robertson wasn't bad. Midfield is Ward-Prowse. That free kick was exceptional. a point away as well against Palace, who would obviously be confident after that win against Everton, like the convincing manner that they won in. De Bruyne, that goal was great. He's looked sharp, as mentioned earlier, since he's come back. World-class player, brilliant player. Ramsey, now, he had a very good game. I was surprised with actually how good he was. I know he had that very good game against Barrow in the Cup, but I didn't really know he could do it in the Prem. I know it's Norwich who have not been great, but he looked good. He looked like he had a bit of confidence about himself as well. So, yeah. Saka, as I said, he had a great game against West Ham. Great game, mate. He was loving that right-hand side, mate. Seriously, he was loving it. Grealish on the left, obviously, got a goal. He was good for City in that 7-0 win. And then Broja, mate, he really impressed me. Really impressed me with how good he was just going forward. Obviously, the goal as well was a great goal. So, yeah, that is the team of the week. Obviously, I'll post out my socials later. Even if you're on the stream and you want to comment on it, even though you commented here, feel free to do that. It'd be much appreciated as well. But yeah, time to move on to the games to predict. We're at that time. You know what I mean? There's only 5 games to predict. Let's actually change this on time. Oh, yeah, let's go through the points. Sorry. So, yeah. Let me just change the thing, though. So, the points going into the next match week, or game week, sorry, or whatever you want to call it. That is the points, people. So, I'm on 39 points. Brad is now in the lead again with 40 points. He is the first person to hit 40 points. Alex is on 38 points, so he's creeping back up there. Max is on 30. Liam, is on 34. Perry is on 34. Kenny is on 21. Wolf and Velva on 30. James is on 24. Chris is on 33. Noel's on 12. Cop's on 14. Daniel's on 13. And I do have to big Daniel up because he has literally just joined and he's already on 13 points, which is pretty mad. And Lewis obviously joined for this midweek, just gone. He is on 3 points. So, yeah, that is the points. I'm also going to take a picture of that. Let's put it on the group chat later for the people that didn't see it. There we go. Can you see that all right? Yeah, you can see that all good. So, yeah, that is the points at this moment in time. What are we saying about these points? I'm doing so bad. I mean, I'll be real. You're not doing great, but you could be doing a lot worse. So, yeah, that is the points going into this week. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's just get up the 5 games that there currently is left. Oh, wrong one. What am I doing? I'm on the wrong one. That's why. Right. So the first game tomorrow at 3:00 as it stands. If it don't get postponed, the only 3:00 Premier League game. That's going to be weird, man. That is going to be weird. Aston Villa taking on Burnley. Now, obviously, Villa have done very well since Gerrard's come in. Only having 2 losses, and them losses have been to Liverpool and Man City. Do you know what I mean? So, and even Man City, they were the better team in the second half, Aston Villa, and they could have potentially deserved something from that game. So, yeah, and they're taking on a Burnley side who obviously their game got postponed against Tottenham. Their game also got postponed against Watford. But yeah, the way Gerrard's going with Villa at the moment, the way their players are playing, McGinn, Ramsey, Watkins, I can only see a Villa win. I'm going to be totally honest with you lot. And yeah, I can see a pretty convincing win as well. I'm going to go 3-1 Villa. I'm going to go 3-1 Aston Villa. So yeah, that's my prediction for this game. I don't think quite a lot of people have not done their predictions. So yeah, that's not what you want, is it? Can't do Brad's because he hasn't done his. Alex has done his. He goes with a 2-1 to Burnley, which is pretty interesting. 2-1 to Burnley. Lee. Max. Don't want to join predictions, but I'm going to tell you what I think, which is 1-0 Burnley. Interesting. Fair enough, mate. Yeah, so there's that. Max. What did he do? I'm sure he did. Yeah, he did. He's gone with a 2-0 to Villa. So yeah, let's get that one in. Liam, I think he's done his. Yeah, he has. 2-0 Villa. Another 2-0 to Villa. Perry. Don't know if he's done his. I'll have to leave it for now. No, he hasn't. So I have to leave that. Next one is Kenny. And I know he's done his because he sent me him earlier. He has gone with a 0-0. He's gone with a 0-0 draw. Now that is pretty surprising. Wolf and Velv, they haven't done theirs. Chris has done his. I know he has. So what's he said? He has gone with a 2-0 to Villa. Another 2-0. A lot of 2-0s. At the end of the message, you put if they go ahead with a facepalm. That's brilliant. Cop, he's done his. He is back again this week. He has went with a 2-1 to Villa. And people, after I've wrote these, I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet because I'm dying for a wee. I'm not even going to lie. Niall, he said he'll send his later. Daniel, he sent me his. And Lewis also sent me his. So yeah, Niall, done his later. Daniel has went with a 2-0 to Villa. Bet that pained him when he wrote that down. Or type that even. Lewis, he has went with a 3-1 to Villa. It's the same as me. So yeah. Yeah, I'll be back in a sec. I'm really dying for a toilet. So yeah. Right now, I'm back, people. I'm back. Nah, sorry. Everyone's like, what's happened? I just went to the toilet. I really needed a toilet. It was not good, people. But Yeah, what's the scores? I sent a picture of. I took a picture of them, so I'll just send them in a bit to the group chat if you missed it. So yeah, I'll just do that. But yeah, I'm back, people. Yeah, sorry, I really needed a toilet. But yeah, for this Villa game, I've went with 3-1, and let me just sort this out because it's decided to start falling. Which is a bit annoying. But yeah, the next game, which is obviously there's only 5 games, like I said. The 5:30 kickoff tomorrow, which is not a bad game to be honest, in my opinion. Leeds taking on Arsenal. Obviously, Arsenal got that very good win against West Ham. Clean sheet as well. They were brilliant. As I said earlier, the only thing I didn't agree with was the penalty. Taking on Leeds, who obviously have been poor this season. Obviously, had that 7-0 loss to Man City. Like, anyone can get slapped up to Man City. But the way they did was a bit embarrassing. The way they were leaving themselves open and stuff like that. But yeah, for this game, I do believe it's going to be a close game. I really do. But I think Arsenal are going to snatch it. I'll be real. So yeah, I'm going with a 2-1 Arsenal. I'm going with that's what I predict for this game. A 2-1 to Arsenal. Also, let me know who you think should be the new Arsenal captain. Obviously, they've done a captaincy thing. People in it with Xhaka, Laka, Tierney. There's one more, I think. Rob Holding. But yeah, let me know who you lot think should be it. Alex, right, time to do predictions. What are you? Gabrielle. Yeah, that's a good shout. No one mentioned that, actually, to be fair. I mean, for me, I think Ramsdale's up there for a shout, but the reason he's not is because he's literally just joined. But the thing about Ramsdale, he's already shown the passion, the desire, the hungerness. Like, look at him every time Arsenal win. He's gassed with it, mate, and he's been exceptional. But yeah, people won't because of that. So the people based on it, I'm basing it on the people on it. I'm going to have to go with Tierney. I'm going to have to go with Tierney because Lacazette, we don't know if he's going to be staying. Do you know what I mean? And Tierney's a very passionate player and a very good player. So yeah, and I've currently got the Barnsley game on, and I've just remembered it's Barnsley versus West Brom, and obviously the West Brom manager used to be Barnsley. So yeah, Barnsley are doing terrible this year. I can't see anything but West Brom win. A solid 2-0, I reckon. But yeah, anyway, less of that. Where was I going? So I was going to Alex's prediction, and he has gone with a 3-0 to Arsenal. He's gone with an Arsenal hammering. Max, he has predicted a 1-1 draw. Liam, he has predicted a 2-0 to Arsenal. Perry hasn't done his. Kenny, this will be interesting. He has gone with a 1-1 draw. That is interesting. Obviously, Max has gone with that as well. Wolf and Velv haven't done theirs. Chris, he has gone with a 2-1 to Arsenal. Narrow win, same as me. Cop, what did you go for, mate? You went with a 3-1 Arsenal. Niall said he'll do his later. Daniel, he has went with a where is he? There he is. 3-1 to Arsenal as well. And then last but not least, Lewis. And he predicts a where is he? Oh, there he is. 3-0 to Arsenal. It's the same as Alex there. Yeah, time to move on to the next game, which is on the Sunday. There's 3 games on Sunday, obviously 2 on Saturday. 2 o'clock kickoff at St James's Park. Newcastle taking on Manchester City. Newcastle obviously had that 3-1 defeat to Liverpool. Great goal by Shelvey though. And there was aspects in that game where they weren't bad, I suppose, especially away at Anfield, taking on the Man City side who have just won 7-0 though. I can't see anything but a Manchester City win. I'm going to go with 3-1 to Manchester City. I think Newcastle are going to have 2 back-to-back 3-1 defeats. Yeah, mate, I think City, the way they're playing at the moment, I think it's going to be another good day out for Manchester City. I really do. So, yeah, I'm going with a 3-1. Alex has predicted a 3-1 as well. 3-1 to Man City. Max has predicted a 3-0 to Manchester City. Oh yeah, while I'm here, not that any of you probably care about it. Jake Paul, Tyrone Woodley. Predictions, boys. Yeah, predictions in for that. Liam, he has predicted a 4-0 to Man City. Lewis obviously hasn't done his. So we'll leave in. Kenny, he's gone with Tyrone all day. What, you think he's winning this one, yeah? Kenny. Not like as a person, like actually, who do you think's going to win the fight? Kenny, what game am I on? So he's literally postponed on a load of them. Newcastle City. He's gone with a 2-2. A 2-2 draw. Now that is interesting, people. Wolf and Velve obviously haven't done theirs yet. Chris, he has gone with a 3-0 City as well. Okay, Newcastle always gets something versus City at St James's Park. Bottom season, City got 98 points at the time they played that season and won 2-1. We'll see. We'll see if that happens. We'll see. Yeah, I think he will. City have not got 3 points at St James's Park in over 10 years. But I think they're breaking that record, honestly. Especially away. Newcastle only have 1 win this season. Oh, mate, City are on absolute smoke at the moment. I think City are winning. But we'll see. We'll see. Daniel says Jake Paul knock out 2 round. Wait, well, what do you mean? Jake Paul getting knocked out or he's going to knock him out in 2 rounds? Chris went 3-0 City. Cop predicted a 3-1 City. Another 3-1 there. Niall, obviously he's doing his later. Daniel, he's gone with a 3-0 City. 4-0. Ravi's gone with a 4-0. Nice. And then last but not least, Lewis. No, Jake will get knocked out. You don't reckon? Because if he gets knocked out, he's at 5,000. Is it 5,000 like clause or something? If he gets knocked out. Yeah, Lewis. What did he predict? 6-0. 6-0. You know, a 6-0 to Manchester City. Jeez, gone with a hammering, mate. He's gone with an absolute hammering. Jeez. But yeah, moving on to the next game, which is the other 2:00 game on the Sunday. Wolves taking on Chelsea. Now, a lot of people are probably thinking this could be a shock. But for me, if Wolves do get a result, is it really a shock? Because as I said, and as I've said plenty of times, Wolves have been off the radar this season. You know what I mean? No one's really bigging them up. Obviously, people are starting now, but beforehand, they wasn't. You know, as I said, people didn't really know how they were going to come into this season as well. You know, at the start of the season, they weren't so great. You know, I think that was just Traore, mate. He just couldn't finish. He's got everything else to his game. He just can't finish. And I think that played a massive part in that. You know, ever since Hwang's come in with Jimenez returning, they've been exceptional as a partnership. Obviously, they missed Jimenez the other day due to that red card he got. Silly, like, I should have just moved away from the ball, but you know, it's one of those. Obviously, he got a yellow card originally for the foul as well. But yeah, in this game, I don't think Wolves are going to win it, though. I'm not going to lie. I think it's going to be another draw. I think it's going to be another draw. I'm going to go with a 1-1 draw. I'm not even going to lie. I think Wolves are going to be exceptional. I think the crowd's going to play a massive part because when they can, or when they want to at Molineux, they can create a good, great atmosphere. But no, I think Chelsea. I think it's a draw. I'm going to go safe and go with a draw. So yeah, that's what I think. Alex has predicted a 2-1 to Wolves. Max, he has gone with a 2-0 to Chelsea. Jeez. You don't think Wolves will score? Liam has predicted a 2-1 to Chelsea. Okay, I was not expecting. Obviously, I know I've only done a couple of predictions, but I was not expecting people to put Chelsea win. Well, I really wasn't, to be honest. Lewis, obviously, he hasn't done his. Or Perry. Kenny, he has gone with, this will be interesting, a 2-0 Chelsea. A 2-0 Chelsea. Wolf and Velve, obviously haven't done theirs. Chris has predicted a 1-0 Chelsea. Now that I can understand, you know, a narrow win. I think it's going to be tough for Chelsea, man. I think it's going to be tough. Seriously, away at Wolves, I don't think it's going to be no clean sheet for them, honestly. But yeah, so I've done Chris's. Cop, he has gone with a 2-0 Chelsea again. A lot of 2-0 Chelsea's here. Niall said he'd do his later. Daniel, he's backed Wolves, isn't he? He's got to have backed Wolves. Oh, I'm saying you've gone with a 2-1, mate. And he has. He has gone with a 2-1 to Wolves. There's been 2-1 to Wolves here. Lewis, last but not least, he has gone with a 3-2 Chelsea. Jeez, a 5-goal thriller. Now I can respect that as well. I can understand that. So yeah, there's that game. And then last but not least, if it actually goes ahead, you've got Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Tottenham taking on Liverpool. Now, obviously, I know Conte's done well since he's come in for Tottenham. Let's just act like this game's going ahead because, it might. It actually might. Personally, I don't think it will due to the way Tottenham haven't played in so long. I know Rodgers wanted it called off against Tottenham, but yeah, mate, I don't. Will Tottenham really want to play us as well in the form we're in? At the Tottenham ground, we have a very good record there as well. We're unbeaten there since they've had that ground. We've got some very good wins over the years there. Firmino 1-0. That was our first ever time there. Last season 3-1. Trent scored a great goal in that game. Højbjerg also scored a great goal for them. But yeah, mate, I think the way we're playing, Tottenham haven't played for a while as well. Kane's he's doing bits now, like since after the international break, but when it comes to scoring goals, he's not doing that. Yeah, mate, I think Liverpool win this. But before I do my prediction, I will do a lineup I would play. So yeah, let me just get that up. So yeah, I've got it up now, so bear with me. So this is the lineup I'd play against Tottenham. I'll post it later as well. So goalkeeper Alisson, that save he done against Newcastle were exceptional, proving why he's up there in the goalkeepers yet again. So Alisson. Right back, I would go. Oh, what have we done here? Trent. I'd go Trent. He had a great game. Now, centre backs, they're still waiting for their results. Apparently, Fabinho, Van Dijk, and Curtis Jones. Klopp come out in his press conference and said earlier. So, obviously, I wish him all a speedy recovery. But yeah, I think in this game it is going to be Konate and Matip again. For me, you can't really drop them. I'm going to go with them. And that's who I'd want to see. Obviously, if Van Dijk can't play, if he can, go with Van Dijk and Matip, I would say. Left back Robertson, I'd stick with him for this game. Midfield, we'll act like this is CDM. I'll go Henderson again. It's Fabinho. Sorry, no, Fabinho. Oh, no, I said that, didn't I? Fabinho, Van Dijk, and yeah. So Henderson as the CDM. I know he's been very good on the right-hand side, but obviously we haven't got no Fabinho as it stands. Left side, put Ox. I think he had a decent game. I think he was decent. On the right, I would go. Would I keep Thiago in? Yeah, I'll keep Thiago. Actually, I'll put Thiago on the left. Because I don't want to go with Keita and then Henderson just as a CDM. I want to go with Thiago. And as I said, he was better in the second half. And I'll go with Ox on the right. And then up top, Mane on the left. Oh, actually. You know what? No, you know what? I'm going different. I'm going Jota on the left. I'm going Firmino through the middle. He's back now, isn't he? And he has a good record against Tottenham as well. You know what I mean? And then obviously Salah on the right. Yeah, that's my lineup. That is my lineup, people. Let me know what you lot think of that. Obviously, I'm going to post it on the socials in a bit. Like I say socials, I literally post it on Instagram. That's it. But yeah, I'm gonna post it on there. See what people are saying. So people, if anyone even does say anything, you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm going to go with that lineup against Tottenham. Dropping Martin. Yeah, mate, I'm dropping Martin. I don't think he was great yesterday. He was not great. So yeah, that is my lineup. And Firmino's back. Firmino has a good record. Firmino only good versus Spurs in last 5 minutes plus injury time. Now, when we beat them 1-0, he scored pretty. He scored in like the 60th minute or something. Sub him, bring on Origi. Mate, that's my lineup. Jota can play on the left as well. I'm going to go with that. Honestly, I'm going to go with that. Yeah, that is my lineup for this game. So yeah, that's my lineup. You know what I mean? Right, back to this though. But yes, score prediction. I think we win it pretty convincingly due to Tottenham not playing for a while as well. And as I said, we have a good record there. So yeah, I think we win pretty convincingly. 3-1. 3-1 is my prediction. I think it's the same score as it was last season when we played behind closed doors. Brad hasn't done his. Alex has gone with a 1-1. He's gone with a 1-1 draw. Interesting. And so there's his prediction. Max has predicted a 2-1 to Liverpool. There's his. Liam has gone with a 2-1 as well to Liverpool. Perry hasn't done his. Kenny, he predicts a... Now what? I reckon you've gone for a draw, mate. No, he's gone with a 2-1 to Tottenham. He's gone with a 2-1 to Spurs. He's backing Spurs in this. Interesting. Wolf and Velve haven't done theirs yet. Chris has predicted a 2-1 to Liverpool. A lot of 2-1s here. Cop has predicted a 3-0 Liverpool. There we go. Hitting it different there. Spurs have had more rest. It's true, but is that going to benefit them in a way? In a way it will, but will it? With the way we've been playing, you know, which is on fire, mate. Will Tottenham be able to handle it? I don't think they will, mate. And I think it's the type of game they nick it late on. I can't see that. I can't see that, honestly. The way we're playing, I can't see it. I'll be real. I will be real. Niall said he'll do his later. Daniel has predicted a 3-1 to Liverpool. It's the same as me. Tyler, I think it could go either way. Well, I'm basing it on your prediction, mate. I'm basing it on your prediction. But yeah, it's your opinion, isn't it? So, Lewis, he has gone with a 3-1 to Liverpool. So another 3-1. So yeah, that is all the predictions of these 5 games. Hopefully they don't get postponed, you know what I mean? Otherwise that will be a bit annoying. Considering I've done the things for them and done a stream and everything like that. But yeah, people, we're gonna wrap it up here. You know what I'm saying? So I hope you all enjoyed the stream. So yeah, don't forget to smash a like on the stream if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the channel. And yeah, I appreciate everybody that come on to this. I hope you all enjoyed it. And yeah, as I said, in a bit, I'll be posting them on my socials. Feel free to comment on them if you want, even though you're on the stream. Being legends, chilling in the stream, means more than you lot think. But yeah, I will catch you guys in a bit. Big up Daniel. He says, take care, bro. Yeah, appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you coming on very early as well to support in the chat. Appreciate everybody that did. But yeah, I will see you guys soon. Most likely, from what I know now, I'll most likely see you lot on Sunday for a watch along. Me and Niall will be back again with a joint watch along to Liverpool versus Spurs, or Spurs versus Liverpool, shall I say, on both our channels. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you lot on that. And yeah, I think that's going to be the next time you're going to see content on here, because tomorrow, obviously, Luton game got postponed. So yeah, probably tomorrow you won't see me unless I come out of nowhere like an RKO with some content. But yeah, I'm planning to chill out tomorrow. So yeah, you're gonna put the scores in the chat, or yeah, I'll be putting them in the chat. So yeah, but as I said, people, don't forget to smash a like on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Share the channel, and yeah, I will catch you guys in a bit. So take care and peace.